Intro music, intro music. Okay, guys, welcome to Thursday Reviews, Episode 1. Sorry about last week, it didn't work. There was an error uploading it, so I hope this gets to you. Alright, so I am so excited to share this to you. I got this book at Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Nobles. And I was so happy when I found it because I thought it was going to be a silly book. But then when I opened it, and this book is called Magic. It is the history book of magic, 1400s to the 1950s. And if you aren't interested yet, and you're a good magician, you will be when I say this. Ricky Jay has a section in here. He has a section in the front. He's the very first one to write. Well, not the very first, because you know you have the little, but the introduction is by Ricky Jay. What do you call it again? Little starting thing. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to hear this. Oh, yeah, the foreword. Yeah, the foreword. And it doesn't say who. Oh, yes, it does. Noel Daniel. So the people who wrote this book are Mike Cavaney, Ricky Jay, and Jim Steinmeyer. And this book is great. You can see the cover. And then on the back, have the 4 suits in the corners and a magician side. Let's get into the actual book. Now, this book is filled with stuff about the history of magic. There's so many pictures from the time of Houdini, Keller, Kaskin, Carrier, all these. There's even Isaac Forks in here. And Isaac Forks, I love to research him. I'm not sure if there's anything on Dee. I've mostly read this entire book, and I love this book. I go back to it time and time again when I want a little inspiration. And this is just great. This book, I simply love it. I'll show you some pictures. So I know a lot of people are interested in Houdini. Let me see. Oh, they also have in here. Let's see. Yes, this is real, actual, live pictures of Jean Robert Houdin. A lot of famous magicians know him. And they have the actual posters from the magician's time. Oh, and Ricky Jay's part, he actually has some from his own personal collection. So if you like that, check it out. Now, in this book, it doesn't just talk about Houdini, and it has real pictures too, but it tells you about the imitators of Houdini, people that tried to imitate him. So let me see. Here's some more pictures of Houdini. You can pause right now and look at this, and if you can see, you can read the captions. There's no secrets revealed in this book. It's not a book for tricks. These are some great real-life pictures. I swear, I love these pictures. Houdini, the one where he jumps off the bridge and goes underwater to unlock himself. Love that. Milk Can Escape. I think this is where they start going into the imitation. There's more. All of this you can freeze frame and read and look at the pictures. This is just great. There's a whole bunch of Houdini original posters and photographs. You can. Oh, this is great. At the first time I saw this picture, I couldn't find Houdini. Let me find him right now, and then I'll show you where he is. All right. You can see that he's right there above the top, off the ledge. This is an awesome photograph. Fills the whole page. Doing a straight jacket to escape upside down. So this is great. You can see all these pages in here. This thing, I believe, was like 20 bucks, which is really cheap for all the information in here. And I simply love this. Here we go. See that? Imitators. This is where the imitators start. All these people who imitated Houdini. There was people, Zucchini, Houdini, Malini. So this book is just great. I can't recommend it highly enough if you're a good historian and you love the history of magic like I do. As far as I'm concerned, you can't understand the future of how tricks began unless you understand the past of how they started. So, the second part, this is the ending of it. I have 2 decks. These decks are awesome. The Cyclist decks. You can check out my Darwin Ortiz, an Ortiz card act. and I use these very cards in it. And this back design I think looks awesome, if you can see that. Faces are standard, but for some reason they have a different feel and look to them. The curvature of them is just different, and I love that. The Ace of Spades looks pretty cool. You can take a look at that. Freeze frame at this point if you'd like. Now let's talk about the quality of the cards. They're bicycle, so you know what to expect. These cards I think are actually a little thinner stock than regular bicycles, but I'm not a very flourishy person. I don't really like cardistry. It doesn't mind me. I'll watch someone do it. I love it just the same, but I don't do cardistry. I love card cheating. That's who my character is when I do my show, Card Shark. And we're supposed to hide skill, not present it. But in my show, of course I do. I say, of course I wouldn't really expose things like this and show my expertise, because if you walk up to a table and see a guy shuffling cards, one hand in each, of course you're not going to walk up to him. So of course I do that little flourish, see one-handed cuts and everything. Sometimes I do one-handed riffle. And anyway, so this deck handles great. I love this deck. If you do card table artifice and things like I do, like Darwin Ortiz, Jason Ledany, Jason England, Paul Wilson, then 6 times, I'm telling you, this is great for seconds. It's just like bicycle, just a little bit of different design. I like the look of them. I like the white borders because, of course, these cards are very, very thin. I think they're pretty much bicycle. I don't know why. In my hands, I feel like they're thinner than regular bicycles. I won't go as far as saying that they're as thin as Hoyle studs, the stud decks, but they feel very thin in my hands. So anyway, this deck is great. It handles great. Riffle Shuffle's great. You can check out my Darwin Ortiz card act. And this deck is the same deck, but in neon. Now that deck is good for Triumph style effects. This deck is not, because it's white on one side and it's got this color on it. It still looks cool. I would never use this in a live performance personally, because I like to use when I perform. I wouldn't even use these when I perform. I just like to collect cards too. I don't usually perform with those. I perform with bikes, tally-hos, studs. Those are the type of decks that I perform with, or B deck. So that's the best. They're great for pinky count estimation. They go very smooth. It's like your standard feel of a bicycle card. In my hands, I feel a little bit thinner. I don't know why. Could just be my hands, or the cards, or the way my hands are. But what I'm used to. So that concludes Tuesday of Theory. Hold on, let me get this. Yeah, the end of Tuesday of Theory. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. And like, click, subscribe if you would not mind. I really do appreciate you guys to watch me and everything. You guys are great. I'll see you later.